Joining us now is car dealership owner Tom Maoli. Hey, Tom, how are you?
Good. How are you? Good to see you.
Hey, thanks for joining us. Tom, what has the impact been on your dealerships with this cybersecurity break-in?
Well, listen, it's a major impact on not only my dealerships, 15,000 dealerships across the country. It is very cumbersome. Everything has to be done manually. Consumers are walking in. Service departments are backed up because there's a whole delay in getting parts and moving parts through the system. But the big issue is we really can't finance any of these vehicles. You come in and you buy a car and, you do all the paperwork. That has to be electronically sent over to the bank. And you need to get that financing done so we can get the car on the road. That's the big issue here. And, the other side of it is no one's even looked at this yet. But, what is the security of the consumer's data? You're talking about social security numbers, driver's license, all kinds of financial information that goes into getting a car financed and buying a car.
How long is it going to take to get things back to normal, or do you even know?
Well, CDK came out with a memo late day yesterday, and said it's not going to be on by the end of the month. So it's not Sunday. They expect it to go on longer. I know there's a big ransom out there that they're trying to negotiate and coordinate. But I think the big issue is that, if they don't get this up and running as we sit here today, millions and millions of dollars in transactions are getting backed up just in my dealerships across the nation. We're talking billions. And, at some point, I think a lot of dealers are looking at either lawsuits or alternative, systems to manage their business, because we need to get this back to normal.
How do you protect yourself from an attack like this in the future?
Well, listen, the attack was not on us or our dealerships. It was on the DMS system that runs, again, over 15,000 dealerships across the U.S. And there's other DMS systems that we can, go and purchase and license to use. But the attack was on CDK. So it's really them and how they protect it. And I think that's what you're going to see in these lawsuits. It's going to be, what did they actually have to protect from this happening? How strong were their firewalls? Did they have the best technology in place, or were they lackadaisical?
There's a new study out that says 46% of people owning electric vehicles want to go back to gas power. What direction are your dealerships going in? And I know there's a lawsuit potentially tied to this same conversation here.
Yeah, a bunch of dealers have gotten together. We've sued the EPA to stop this whole Biden craziness with these mandates. Consumers do not want them. They're walking in the dealerships. They don't want them. The people that do buy them want to turn them back in. And unfortunately, the residual value of these things after they drive them off a lot is 50% of what they paid for them, because there's no second market on it. Nobody knows the life expectancy of that battery. Nobody wants to invest in a used electric vehicle. And so I think, as we speak, the whole electric market is crumbling, and the Biden administration keeps stamping their feet that by 2030, we want 50% of the cars on the road to be electric. And by 2035, we want 85% of them to be electric. It's not happening. And add to it, the government has put out billions of dollars in monies to install charging systems across the nation, and they're not being installed. They're not out there.
All right, Tom, thanks for all the information. I hope you guys get back up and running to 100% soon.
Great. Thanks for having me on, and thanks for good to see you.
All right, take care.